Beneath the blood-red moon, where the sands of Rajasthan whisper forgotten tales, stands a palace of spectral silence. For centuries, it has held a secret, a story of love, madness, and a curse that echoes through its decaying halls. This is the tale of King Rajendra and Queen Aditi, a royal couple whose reign was drowned in an eternal nightmare. Their story begins on a night just like this, with the sky bleeding crimson. King Rajendra, a ruler known for his valor, and Queen Aditi, whose beauty was said to rival the desert stars, found themselves trapped within the very walls that were meant to protect them. The palace, once a symbol of their power, had become their prison, a labyrinth of fear where every shadow danced with malevolent intent. Flickering torches cast long, trembling fingers across ornate walls, and the wind, a mournful singer, carried whispers that promised only torment. They had inherited the throne, but with it, an ancient curse. A curse tied to the magnificent Hall of Mirrors, a chamber lined with countless looking glasses gifted by a mystic from a distant land. These were no ordinary mirrors. They were gateways, portals to a realm of unspeakable horror. It was said that on the night of the blood moon, the mirrors would awaken, their polished surfaces glowing with an otherworldly light, hungry for the souls of the living. That fateful night, as the couple walked the deserted corridors, a chilling draft extinguished the torches one by one, plunging them into a deep, velvety darkness. The only light came from the Hall of Mirrors, a sinister, pulsing glow that beckoned them forward. Hand in hand, they stepped into the chamber, their hearts pounding a frantic rhythm against the suffocating silence. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of jasmine and decay. As they stood before the central mirror, their reflections began to twist and distort. Aditi's beautiful face contorted into a mask of silent screams, her eyes wide with a terror that was not her own. Rajendra watched in horror as his own reflection smiled, a cruel, predatory grin spreading across its face, while his real lips remained sealed in shock. The figures in the glass were not mere reflections. They were mockeries, spectral parasites wearing their faces. Whispers slithered from the glass, weaving a tapestry of their deepest fears. "You are not worthy," the voices hissed, echoing Aditi's hidden insecurities. "Your kingdom will fall," they taunted Rajendra, preying on his duties as a king. The reflections began to move independently, their spectral hands reaching out, their silent mouths forming words of pure venom. Aditi cried out, her voice a fragile sound in the vast, echoing hall. She saw visions in the mirrors, visions of their kingdom in ruins, their people suffering, all while her own distorted reflection laughed. Rajendra, driven by a desperate need to protect his queen, drew his royal sword. He charged at the central mirror, his battle cry swallowed by the oppressive atmosphere. But as the blade struck the glass, it didn't shatter. Instead, ripples spread across its surface like water, and a spectral arm shot out, grabbing his wrist with an icy, unbreakable grip. The king was being pulled into the mirror, his body turning ethereal, his form flickering between flesh and shadow. Aditi screamed his name, a raw primal sound of absolute despair. She lunged forward, trying to pull him back from the ghostly abyss. But the curse was too strong. The reflections in the other mirrors came alive, their forms stepping out of the glass, surrounding her. They were the cursed spirits of the past, trapped royalty just like them, their faces twisted in eternal agony. They were the echoes of terror, the whispers in the forgotten palace. The spirits closed in on Aditi, their touch like winter's frost. They were not attacking her, they were welcoming her. Her reflection in the central mirror, now fully formed and independent, turned to Rajendra, who was still struggling against the mirror's pull. "She is one of us now," it whispered, its voice a chilling imitation of Aditi's, "and so are you." In that moment of horrifying clarity, Rajendra understood the true nature of the curse. It wasn't about death, it was about succession. Each blood moon, the trapped spirits sought new hosts, a new royal couple to take their place within the glass, granting them a brief, fleeting moment of freedom in the real world before they too were consumed. The figures who had gifted the mirrors were not mystics. They were the first victims, setting a trap for all who would follow. With a final, desperate surge of will, Rajendra pushed Aditi away from the circle of spirits. "Live, my love," he choked out, his voice already fading, echoing from a place beyond the veil. "Do not let them take you." As he spoke, his body was fully absorbed into the mirror, his last sight being Aditi's tear-streaked face, framed by the ghoulish figures of their predecessors. But the curse was not so easily defied as Rajendra vanished. His reflection, the cruel, smiling doppelganger, stepped out of the mirror and into the hall, now fully corporeal. It was the king, yet it was not. It turned to a deity, its eyes holding a cold, ancient hunger. The other spirits receded back into their glass prisons. Their duty done, the cycle was complete. The being wearing Rajendra's face approached the weeping queen. "Do not cry, my love," it said, its voice a perfect imitation of the king's, yet utterly devoid of warmth. "Our reign has just begun." He took her hand, and Aditi, broken and lost in her grief, saw the man she loved. But as she looked into his eyes, she saw no reflection of herself, only an endless dark void. She was now queen to a phantom king, a prisoner in her own palace, forever bound to a man who was merely a shadow of her lost love. And so, they rule still. On quiet nights, when the moon hangs high, the palace staff swear they can hear the faint, sorrowful weeping of a queen and the cold, hollow laughter of a king. They say if you dare to look into the mirrors of the ancient hall, you will not see your own reflection. Instead, you will see the anguished face of the true King Rajendra, forever trapped, his eyes pleading for a release that will never come. A silent scream trapped for eternity in the cursed reflections of the palace. Thank you for joining us on this journey into darkness. If this tale chilled you to the bone, be sure to like, share, and subscribe channel DKR Mystica for more legends from the shadows. Stay safe and never ever trust your own reflection.